Spurs win game 3, 115 to 108. They started the game 18-3. That let me know what type of time they were on. Then the Minnesota Timberwolves responded, and that told me what type of time they were on. They ended the first quarter 23-22 after being down 18-3. Anthony Edwards took over the game early, got them back into it, got the crowd flowing, got them all hype and get them off your feet. That provided a lot of energy that they needed for the rest of the game. When I look at what Anthony Edwards was doing tonight, 32, 14, and 6. Naz Reid, 18, 9, and 5. AL provided 11, 7, and 5. Then you look at the flip side, you got Fox providing 17 and 5. You got Castle going 13, 4, and 12. This is the type of series the fans want to go 7 games. The defense, the physicality, the shot making. I feel like Minnesota is always going to play a quality series, win or lose. But Wemby is the scariest NBA player we've seen since 2001 Shaq. He's a mixture of Kevin Durant, Giannis, and he has the defensive gravity of a Stephen Curry. But before we get into that, we got to talk about these referees. We seen last night when Austin Reeves went viral for his conversation with the refs, and then tonight with Tony Brothers. In this game, the talking was insane. And the way they're talking to the players is getting out of control. These refs got to chill. The way the game is being called is very physical, and you're allowed to get away with a lot. And as a fan, I love it. But I know there's going to be complaining. But the way I saw it, both teams were getting away with calls, and they were allowed to play very physical defense. At one point, D-Wade asked Candace Parker if she could see all of the scratches, the scarring on Wemby's arm because they were being so physical throughout the course of the game. All right, it's going both ways. But because the players are hot, you cannot respond that way. You're a referee. You are not the main character. You ain't the star of the show. Blow the whistle, keep it moving. That's all you got to do. The next thing we got to talk about is Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they have to figure out this trap on Ant-Man. It creates open looks and opportunities in a normal situation, but shooting over a guy that's 7'5" is not ideal. It looks like a 2-3 zone, but instead of taking away the middle, they give it up. Ant-Man is making the right decisions. He's making the right reads, but it seems like they're willing to see anyone else make a play. Finch is a good coach. I mean, I think he's been one of the better coaches over the past handful of years, but he rarely makes the correct adjustments when it gets to the playoffs in these situations. We've seen what OKC was able to do to Ant-Man last year. They have to figure out ways to get him loose. Maybe some give and go, some blind pig, something of that nature. You can invite the trap, but you don't have to sacrifice Ant-Man scoring down the stretch. He went an entire 7 minutes without a bucket. He scored with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That put him at 27, 29, something like that. Then he hit a 3 at the very tail end of the game. He went that entire stretch without a bucket. I don't care what the score is. If your best player has zero involvement in the offense or putting the ball in the basket in the playoffs, you are cooked. This is not the situation where AL was able to go off for 42 versus Denver. This is a defensive juggernaut. You need your best player on his game late in the game situations. Speaking of best players, we have got to have a conversation about Victor Wembanyama because this is otherworldly. They call this man an alien for a reason. Wemby put up 39 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks. He shot 13 of 18 from the field. He shot 3 of 5 from 3. He is a mixture of Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo with the defensive gravity of Stephen Curry. When Steph crosses half court, you have to account for him. Sometimes you look and you see 3-4 guys looking at him with a 5th guy rotating over. That is the same type of impact that Wemby has defensively. Anytime somebody crosses half court, they look for him. Anytime they get into the paint, they have to locate where he is. They don't just go up for a normal layup just because they feel like they're open. They go into the paint, they look around, and they might even pump fake just from the mere thought that he could be coming over at any given time blocking a shot. Somebody can catch the ball at the free throw and feel uncomfortable taking a floater or a midi because he is 7'5". He can still get to the shot and block it. That is the type of impact Wemby has had on the game. And look, we seen what Rudy Gobert was doing to Nikola Jokic. We seen what he did in game 1 versus Wemby. Game 2, it was kind of 50-50. Tonight, Wemby put all of that to rest. Wembanyama is not really bothered by Rudy Gobert. He just had a bad game. He put up 39 and 15 and 5. There's only maybe 3 other guys in NBA history has done that. There's Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he did it 3 times. Kareem might have done it. Shaq's done it. And now Wemby. That is an elite class of big man. And look, I lived throughout the entire Spurs run. I don't want to do this again. Okay? Somebody needs to stop this man, or else.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments. Is Wembanyama the best player in the world right now? That's one more for the good guys.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show.